What's up, everybody? Celtic Scarecrow here, back with another video. Get those 10s and 20 views. Football season is back. That means my NFL weekly predictions are back. Last year, I forget what I ended on, but I did end on a winning number. So that's all good. Now, I did a video predicting how I think the season will play out. This is more or less I just kind of take week by week, seeing what I saw. Granted, not I actually watched because I have to work on Sundays now. And just pretty much say, hey, based off what I saw, this is what I think happens. I always preface it with saying, if you take my advice and bet on it, that is 100% on you. I am an idiot. Just throwing it out there. Well, let's start with tonight's Kansas City Chiefs. All right, wait, we're doing it backwards. We always do the road team, then the home team. We have the Detroit Lions versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Detroit, I think, probably win in the North. Travis Kelce, for the love of God, play. Unless you're not 100%, then don't play. I need fancy points all year long. Even without Kelce, I still give the edge to Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes just has been lighting up week one since he started. I think he's thrown at least 3 to 4 touchdowns every week one he actually has played. So I think that could be a good thing. We always skip the Panthers game, save it for dead last. I'll also give my opinions on what's going on with the Panthers as I refresh, praying that I see good news. As I scroll down, nothing yet. Now I'm looking at the Brian Burns updates. So we move on to the next game, which is the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Cleveland Browns. Bengals. Everyone's like picking that Cleveland's going to get better this year. You know, creepy, touchy guy who didn't get Me Too'd out of existence and somehow got paid the most money as a quarterback. Deshaun Watson's going to have a better year. Plausible. You know, he gets a full season under his belt, gets system in. But I think that division right now is Cincinnati's to lose, and as long as Joe Burrow plays, they will win that game. Next up, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Indianapolis Colts. This is the cheapest game to go to, with tickets as low as $31. So that's a weird thing for the home debut of Anthony Richardson and. But no, I'm still going Jacksonville. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to take that next step into that top tier quarterbacks this season. And because that, Jacksonville is going to dominate him. Sorry. Also, I don't think the Colts are anywhere near ready to be a contender yet. I think they're about maybe a year or so out. So. Next up, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Minnesota Vikings. Tampa Bay has lost so much stuff. All that money they spent to win that one Super Bowl with Tom Brady is coming back to haunt them. I think Minnesota's trying to prove that they are the kings of the North. This will be Kirk Cousins' prove it year because there is so many good quarterbacks coming out next year that you don't need a top 10 pick to grab one. So Minnesota could be on a hunt for a quarterback. I'm still taking Minnesota, though. That's still a pick. Next up is the Tennessee Titans versus the New Orleans Saints. Tennessee, I think, could be good this year. I don't know if... I can't name their quarterback off that head. It's not the Mayo Man. He's not named the starter, so I'm doing a video on ranking all the quarterbacks too. But I think New Orleans is going to be scary, boring, like very simple, old school football, which is going to work because Derek Carr can open up the top end with Chris Olave. So, if I didn't say it, Saints. But once you see the one logo go away, you kind of know who I'm picking. Next up, you have the San Francisco 49ers versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers are about a year or so away. They need to kind of fix up that line. Mike Tomlin will refuse to let this team have a losing record. Frisco's my Super Bowl pick out of the NFC, so I'm going Frisco. Great line, great defense, all the weapons in the world. Hopefully a healthy quarterback. They'll probably win that division easily. Speaking of that division, the Arizona Cardinals versus the Washington Commanders. Well, I should say as of now, Washington Commanders, because there's rumblings that their name might change again. Arizona's just looking to be bad. I don't know if they just want the dude from USC, the dude from North Carolina, the kid from USC has said if the team he does not like, if a team that he doesn't like is the number one pick, he will just go back to college. Risky move, very risky, but I can respect it. You know, if I was a top tier quarterback and the Eagles had the number one pick, I would go back to college myself. I've still seen nothing about Brian Burns. But I'm thinking Washington. I think Washington is a sleeper team in the NFC. I did like Sam Howell coming out of college. They got weapons. They got the defense. Can they produce on offense? And Arizona's going to be bad, so you can really almost count it as another preseason game for Washington. Next up, the Houston Texans versus the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens. Lamar Jackson got paid. He has weapons. They still have a defense and a good head coach. On the other hand, Houston, they're still Houston. And even though I do like Stroud, he has nobody. I almost feel like this could be David Carr 2.0, where you have a highly talented quarterback that's just getting killed in the backfield to the point where you're almost like, oh crap, we killed another career just by drafting him. Finally going into the 4 o'clock window, a window that I probably will be actually able to watch. We have the Green Bay Packers versus the Bears. I still think the Bears are just going to be bad. Justin Fields, feel bad for you, buddy. You have no offensive line. All your touchdowns are probably going to come off like 3-yard passes like DJ Moore and Parade, and he takes it to the house. Green Bay, yes, they lost Aaron Rodgers. Not denying that. Jordan Love is a question mark. But bulk of that team has stayed together, so therefore I always hope that Jordan Love can have a mediocre game. And also the Bears have been talking so much trash about the Panthers or that trade, so they can just burn this whole season. Next up, the Las Vegas Raiders versus the Denver Broncos. Almost had teams mixed up. Vegas. I expect nothing from this game. This is my at least wanting to watch game of the week. Like the Arizona Washington game at least has some intrigue. I want to see how Sam Howell is. But like this game here, it's like Denver sucked last year to the point where I consider them the worst team in the league. They just didn't get the number one pick. Vegas, they're Vegas until proven otherwise. Next up, we have the Philadelphia Eagles versus the New England Patriots. A game my coworker is allegedly going to. But I am who did I pick? I didn't even double check right there. Yeah. I'm picking the Patriots. The Super Bowl hangover happened. Bad news for the Eagles fans. Good news for me because I live in the area. Very rarely does a quarterback that loses their Super Bowl debut ever go back. It's like a 96% chance that they don't make it back. So I think the Eagles still will be good. They'll still make the playoffs. They'll still probably win the East. I just don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl or this game. Next up is the Miami Dolphins versus the Los Angeles Chargers. This game is so weird. It's like I'm picking the Chargers that way I can just get rid of the Miami logo. But it's like Miami has a chance of being decent. If Tua survives. That is the thing. If Tua survives, yes, they will be good. It's kind of the same with Bryce Young. The Chargers are a potential Super Bowl contender out of the NFC. They probably win most other divisions as long as they're not in it with Kansas City. So. Next up, you have the Los Angeles Rams versus the Seattle Seahawks. Rams need to prove that they're not god-awful before I can put faith in them. Cooper Kupp's still hurt. They still have no line. But at least next year they do have a draft pick. So maybe Caleb Williams. Yes, that's his name from USC. Caleb Williams will want to play for the Rams if they have the pick because he does go to USC. So, but Seahawks. Next up, which is very entertaining to me, that MetLife Stadium has 2 of the 3 premier games this week. The Dallas Cowboys versus the New York Giants. This is my hot take of this year. The Dallas Cowboys will finish dead last in the NFC East. Dallas Cowboys will have a losing record. The New York Giants will finish second in the NFC East and potentially make the playoffs. They're going to come out this season and win this game. Giants. Last up is the Buffalo Bills versus the New Jersey Jets. And I have it. Haha. My homemade logo. I found a website that can get rid of backgrounds for me so it's transparent. So haha. But at the same time, that logo is going away because I am picking the Bills. Yes, you got Aaron Rodgers. Yes, you have all these weapons. But, again, kind of like the Rams, you need to prove that you can beat them before I pick you. Because all I'm going off is what you did in the offseason. Buffalo kind of stayed same. They got another weapon in Kincaid. So, that's why I'm picking the Bills. Yeah, like I said, MetLife Stadium, 2 games this week. And last, and so at least the team that we love, well, I love, you probably don't love them, the Carolina Panthers versus the Atlanta Falcons. This should be no shocker to anybody that I am picking the Carolina Panthers. And it's not just because I am a Panthers fan. It's because I like the Carolina offensive line. Granted, they didn't show much in the preseason, but that left side of the line, this is their second year together. Christensen, I think this is his 3rd year in the NFL. Iggy, this is his 2nd year. He did great last year. So, hey, that left side, crucial blind side, is protected. Hayden Hurst and Tommy Tremble should be the 2 tight ends we go with in this league. I'm hoping Tommy Tremble takes a big step forward. Shark, Thielen, Mingo are probably our big 3 receivers. Mingo's a rookie. Hopefully he has auto chemistry with Bryce Young. And defensively, I'm a little worried defensively. I'm not going to lie. That preseason did not look good. We are switching a completely new offense. But at the same time, Atlanta has Desmond Ridley, whatever. They have a guy named Desmond as quarterback who I don't think they want after this season. They have a crappy O line. Their defense last year wasn't that good. I have them finishing last in the South. So Carolina, Bryce Young's having a great game. He's going to go out there and throw it. Now on the Brian Burns front, I like the fact that he went to practice today. I 1,000 round of applause. This is recording on Wednesday. He went to practice. He didn't practice, but he was there. That at least shows the teammates that, hey, I want a contract. This is between me and them, but I'm here for you guys. I'm still running through the drill. Granted, I'm still here for you. We can still work on this. It's still us. I will watch, do what I have to do, but God damn Panthers page with cookies. No, I'm not subscribing. If I had to guess on the contract for Brian Burns is somewhere between, I would go like 28 and a half million guaranteed, like a year. I think that's similar to what Bosa just got, with like incentives that could get him more money. That's what I hope for, because, it would look extremely bad if you had the Green Bay Packers offer multiple first-round picks, the Rams offer multiple first-round picks, and we didn't take it, and we're not going to give the guy the money he wants. Unless you think that we can trade him during this season, but then we drafted Bryce Young, so we don't need to trade up to get a quarterback. So pay the man. Let him be happy. Let's not have another Julius Peppers situation where I got to watch what Peppers is a Hall of Fame player, a potential Hall of Fame talent player, go off and play for somebody else instead of being a Carolina superstar. That's it. That's all I have. Let's have a great season. Let's hope your team sucks. Unless you're a Panthers fan, then I hope your team does beautifully well. That's it. That's all I got. I will see you weird people later.